Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm all things sugar and Sade. Hey, this is where I recap the best bits of Love Island USA season 7, and today I'm talking about episode 15. But before we get into it, guys, you know what to do. Make sure you like this video. Please do it now. Please leave me comments as well. I want to know what you think, and subscribe and share with like-minded people too. Let's grow this little family. Okay, straight off the bat, America. No, you done it. You've won. You've actually won. Oh my god. This episode was 10-10. Megan the motherfucking Stallion. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. Cannot believe it. Do you know what we get in the UK? We get Becky fucking Hill. That's who we get. Oh my god. Megan, a whole Meg, the hot girl coach. Uddy. Oh my god. Wow. Whoever idea was that on production deserves a raise. Whoever negotiated the deal deserves a raise. Whoever is in Meg's team that was like, yes, we should do this, deserves a raise. Oh, they couldn't have thought of a better person to do this. It was just so perfect. And merch as well. They're still in Love Island versions of Megan's line. Can you imagine? Where in the UK would they do this? Where? Oh my god. So good. The MVP of the episode is Meg as well. She was fully involved. You can tell that she watches the show. She was referencing bits. It was just so much fun to see her. And also as well, I think we needed this. There's been so much tension. There's been so much bitchiness and yelling and all that kind of stuff. And this just really brought the mood up. You could see all the boys were bonding as well. It was really nice to see for them to have like a bit of a break, and for us as well, because it's getting intense. There's so much going on in the world at the moment. You know what I mean? It's a bit tense outside. So this was a nice little break, a nice little piece of escapism that just warmed my little heart. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And of course, you could tell that the villa loved it too. So how they done it was that they got the texts, and it was like kind of like clues. And then I think it was Cierra that announced it was actually Megan. So they went and got changed. They got their merch, so items from Meg's swimwear line. The swimwear elite is so good. Cierra in particular, amazing. Like that seemed like it was made for her. It really did. It had like a cutout detail and stuff. You could see some under boob. It just looked hot, man. Seriously. I thought they really looked good. I really just like the way they tied everything in. It just makes sense. It's somehow, it just made a lot of sense. From a marketing perspective, I was just like, this is elite. This is actually elite. I love when a campaign just goes off so smoothly. What was really funny as well was Amaya. She was giving me so much jokes. She was so gassed. She was really gassed. She was doing her stretches and everything. She's just like, Meg taught me how to shake my ass, all this kind of stuff. You had Huda saying like, oh my God, this girl's got me through so many breakups. Everybody was super hyped. Then of course, Megan arrived looking fire. Her body is tea. Even Chelley said it. Her body is tea. Her body is snatched. Her face card never declines. Like Meg is the original hottie. She's a hottie. You can't deny her. Again, Amaya was just cracking me up. She was just like, if I'm dreaming, pinch me, wake me up. She said, if I am dreaming, I'll be so freaking upset. Bless her. She was just so excited. Even Hannah was excited as well. Saw it. Iris, not so much. I don't know. Or maybe she's just more reserved, but all the other girls seemed super high. Like I was genuinely happy for them that they got to experience it. I felt like I was there too. Very joyful. Then also you saw Meg in the confessional. She was in the heart. She was what was she impersonating? Nick. When Huda told him she was a mom, she was like, Mommy, Mamacita. That has gone super viral. I wonder what he's gonna say when he comes out. That's so funny. So she talks to the girls. It's like she's hinting at things, but I'm guessing she can't say too much, which makes sense. It would ruin the experiment if they said too much, but she was saying that everybody should be open, and Cierra was like, I'm happy, and she was just like, you know what, I'm happy for you too, but is Nick a good guy? Girls were like, yeah, Nick is, like, he's the real deal. She asked Olandria about her booty routine, and Olandria's like, first of all, actually, Olandria was screamed like, Meg knows my name. That's something. It was very cute. And she was like, no, it's all genetics, it's genetic. And Meg was saying, like, you don't even know how many screenshots I've got of you. And I was just like, you know, when you laugh, but you're just like, hold on a second. That sounds a bit odd. But like, if it was a guy that said that, that would be super creepy. There's some things that girls can say that you could get away with it, but if guys say it, it just changed the complete meaning of it, you know? She told Chelley that she was so happy when she put Ace in check, and then she was laughing with Maya about, you know, her going off on Ace and everything like that. She was saying, I didn't even know what she was going to do. Now with Huda, she did say her face card is crazy, but she also said, look, we need to see more smiles. We need to see more smiles for you. I hope Huda was picking up, but I think it was what she was saying was kind of confusing, because Meg did say to her, like, you do stand 10 toes down, like you're 20 toes down. And Huda was just like, she gets it. And I'm just like, but are you getting it though, Huda? I don't know. I don't think so. Meg did say, I know it's been a rough couple of days and I really don't like that for you as well. So hopefully that has dropped for her. And Meg also did mention about like her being heartbroken when Charlie left, and you can see Hannah getting emotional as well. I think her heart is with Charlie, you know. Let's see what happens with Pepe. I hope they bring Charlie to Casa. I really do. That would be amazing. So anyway, they all go downstairs. You can see them walking in slow motion. All of the arse cheeks are clapping when they're walking. Seriously, it was a lot of ass. There was a lot of ass. But you did have Alangia and Chelley next to Meg, and I love that. I love that for them. Like, take center stage, you know? Love it. Of course, the boys are waiting downstairs, and as they come through, they just start getting super excited. Ace is on the floor doing push-ups, pretending he's done 1,000. You know, Nick is just like, Megan is fine. Wait, Nick cracks me up, you know. Anyway, Meg is there to host the game, and it's girls versus boys. They have 3 different rounds. The first one is a twerk battle, then they had limbo, and then they had to do this 3D puzzle thing. In the booty shaker battle, oh my god, you had Huda versus Ace. Huda, you see, I don't know, you know, because there are rumors, I don't know if they're true, but saying that, you know, Huda may have been a bit of a dancer. She may have been a bit of a dancer. And some of the moves, I was just like, girl, maybe, because she was shaking ass in every single position. Every position. So, yeah, I suspect that Jeremiah was having second thoughts. I I bet you he was having some second thoughts. Like, is she really that toxic? I know he questioned himself. I know he did. Nick was saying that she should be in the Twerking Hall of Fame. You saw Ace's performance. I mean, he done okay. He's a dancer anyway. So he was crumping, he was breakdancing, body popping. He was doing all of it. Do you know what I mean? And what we saw definitely looked good. But of course, Huda had to win that round. Then we had a Maya versus Austin. In my opinion, probably the cringiest round. Oh, bless her, Maya. She did try so hard. But Austin, he was doing a lot. It was like he was dancing with his shoulders. I mean, he was shaking his bum. Yeah, he was on the floor. I might have did do the splits though, but I can't lie, it was a struggle into it. Not that I can do the splits, I cannot. But it seemed like a bit of a struggle to get down there. Do you know what I mean? So it was a little bit awkward. But honestly, Austin, he was actually making me laugh so much. And I was just like, how is this Trumpy making me laugh? Like, I keep forgetting. I keep having to remind myself, like, I don't know if this guy's absolutely for us, you know? I don't think he is. I know the evidence out there is suggesting that he's not, but he's freaking entertaining. It's very annoying. So, yeah, hopefully when he comes out, he has a very good explanation for what we have been seeing on social media. Now, you know, everybody was waiting for Orlandria. Orlandria just went in. She was just, like, as Chelley said, her booty is like water. Honestly, Orlandria's twerking is just effortless. Nick, on the other hand, he was making a hell of a lot of effort. He really, really was. He was crawling on the floor. He was doing roly-polies. He was humping the floor. You know, he was like, I channeled my inner stallion. He was going all out. And after a bit of debate, I'm not gonna lie, like, Orlandria wins. I was just like, there's no competition here, like, what the hell? But yeah, I think she couldn't give it to Orlandria too easy. Then the last round was Chelley versus Taylor, and Chelley went all out. Her and her little booty, she was twerking on Meg. She was going in. Taylor, I Like, you could see Oladja looking at him like she was getting the ick. I was definitely getting secondhand embarrassment. He did a little bit of crumping. He did like the Bob's Burger girl, like she's doing the the struggle twerk, the back bend twerk. He was doing that. I mean, was it funny? Yeah, it was a bit cringe because he just looks long. Because I think he's a similar height to most of the guys in there, but like he just looks longer than them, you know? Yeah, he was dry humping the floor, he was whining. Yeah, and I can't believe it. Taylor actually won that round, maybe for his effort. What was also funny to me as well is that none of the white girls, so Iris and Hannah, participated in those rounds. Next, it was Limbo. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I think Oladja was getting a little bit annoyed that people are not playing the game well, so I think she's a little bit competitive. But yeah, the boys won that round. They done surprisingly very well, especially like, I don't know, like Jeremiah, he done particularly well, I think. So then the final round is them doing this 3D puzzle, and the puzzle is a picture of the bombshell. So if you've done yours quickly, then your bombshell was going to come in first. So the boys actually had a 10-second head start, but the girls take it in the end, and yeah, they get to meet their bombshell. So yeah, so they get to meet their bombshell first. So their bombshell is TJ. He's 23. I can't remember anything else about him, but the girls seem to like him. Chelley in particular was just interested, and I think Huda was too. To me, his head looked a little bit big, but you know, they seem to think he's a very good looking guy. And then the second bombshell for the boys arrived. Her name is Andrinas, I believe. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And she's 24 and she's Dominican. And she was saying that she's interested in Jeremiah in her VT. Her body is tea. Like, she looks good. And all the boys know it and all the girls know it as well. Ace was particularly excited. And I have a feeling that this might be his preference. I have a feeling that this might be his preference, which means, again, Chelley's in trouble. So she's just gotten the guy and she's already got problems on her doorstep. Also, Hannah is worried too. I think at one point she said, please don't take my man or something like that. Because I think they're both from Spain. So I think originally Pepe is from Spain. I think that's the same for Andrianis as well. So yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow on that. Also, it seems like we do get a little bit of closure between Jeremiah and Huda. So first off, Huda has a conversation with Taylor on Olandria, and basically they tell her, sort your shit out. Like, it's enough now. We don't want to hear it no more. In the nice way, though. Do you know what I mean? And they saved her for a reason. She's got another chance, so make the most of it. But you cannot be acting the way that you've been acting anymore. Then we see Jeremiah talking to Iris. They're basically talking about what happened. Iris is still in shock with it all. And she's just like, you know, saying Huda calling people like bitches and pussies and everything like that, like it's out of order. Huda wants them in a speakeasy and does what she does best. She starts eavesdropping on their conversation. Jeremiah goes on to say to Iris, yeah, like it was way too toxic and everything like that. And Iris is saying like, you guys are not compatible. And it's not about finding the first connection. It's about finding the best connection. And she's right at the end of the day. Jeremiah also agrees. And he says, tonight isn't just about breaking toxic cycles. It also felt like joy. So it seems like he's just like, yeah, I'm done. Iris really appreciates what has happened. She thinks he's mature and she finds that attractive. And that was Huda's cue to come in. And she's just like, hey, Iris, do you think I could talk to Jeremiah right now? She's doing like a softy voice. And Iris, no hesitation at all, gets up. Yeah, sure, no problem. But Huda's like, can I sit there? I swear to God, she's always trying to boy Iris. But anyway, where are they supposed to go? It's fine. So Jeremiah and Huda talk, and you can see that Huda is trying not to be annoyed about the situation. But at this point, she still hasn't learned or still is thinking that she is the victim in this moment. So she says that she's not here to argue. She's like, I wish you the best, but I am extremely hurt. She said she shared some of her best memories in here with him and she cares about him so much. She's whispering, by the way. She really is. And she did say as well, like, look, no one wants me to talk to you right now, but, you know, for me, that just doesn't feel right. I wanted to talk to you. And then she says, whether I'm to blame for the toxicity in here or we both are, Jeremiah's like, like, what do you mean both? And he's like, you think it's just me? He's just like, yeah, I think the yelling, the cussing, the calling me a bitch, the calling me out of my name, you know, calling me a liar, calling me a gaslighter. I think that no other girl in the villa would be doing that. And Huda, this is when she starts getting irate again. She's like, look, you broke my heart. You absolutely broke my heart. Like, what did you expect me to do? Just then, that's when Taylor comes in and is looking at her like, what the hell? Did we not just have a conversation that you would not be doing this? And she's like, no, I'm cool and calm. Just give me a minute. So then she moves closer to Jeremiah, talking to him in his eyes. And she's just like, look, this is the last time we're going to talk. I just want you to know that I truly cared about you. And Jeremiah's like, look, there's no hate towards you or anything like that. He says, if I'm doing something, it's not to make you jealous. And that's kind of it, you know. They hug. She starts crying. She pulls back. She looks at him. Her arms are like around him. And it looks like she's trying to go in for a kiss. But he doesn't take the bait. And yeah, that was the end of that. From Jeremiah's perspective, he says in the confessional that that chapter is closed. Huda is just like, yeah, it's finished. I don't hate him. I wish I did, but it is finished. And I don't think it is finished for her. I think she's going to still try and get Jeremiah. And that was the best bits from episode 15. And I can't lie, this episode, it was just 10-10. Like, I just loved the energy of it. It was giving Love Island games, to be honest. It was epic. It was absolutely epic. So guys, you know, I go live every night except Saturday at 10:15 British Summer Time. So join me then. Thank you for watching. You know, the ones that watch to the end, I love you the most. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share with like-minded people too. And leave me a comment. I want to know what you guys think, please. Okay, cool. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.